It was a sunny morning on the island of Sodor. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and Edward was just arriving at Maverick Station with some coal trucks.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Edward.
Morning, Edward. How are you, Edward? Fine. Thank you, Stephen. I just had to bring these coal trucks from Tidmouth. They are heavy, I can tell you that. And I still got to take them down to the docks as well. I don't think I can manage it. I'll take them for you, Edward. I'm on standby duty anyway, so I can help you. Thanks, Stephen. That would be a great help. No problem. See you later, guys.
Bye, Stephen.
Stephen sure does act like a hero a lot of the time.
What do you mean?
Well, he's always helping out the other engines. I think that he's trying to become a hero on the railway.
I know. Still, there are plenty of other heroes on the railway. Thomas is a hero, and so are Gordon and Bell.
Everybody's a hero, Percy. Some engines just haven't shown themselves as heroes yet.
Do you think I'm a hero, you two?
Of course we do. Edward, what makes you think that we didn't?
Well, I'm not sure, Percy. Anyway, I better go now. There's another train coming into the station in a few minutes, and I don't want to be in the way.
Okay, bye, Edward.
See you later, Edward.
Later on, Edward arrived at the sheds. Thomas and Emily were there too. They quickly noticed that Edward looked unhappy and decided to investigate.
What's the matter, Edward?
Well, I'm not sure why, but I suddenly feel like I'm not much of a hero anymore. I don't do any heroic things anymore.
Edward, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you've done plenty of heroic things. Who saved Trevor from the scrapyards? You did. And who managed to catch James when he ran away? You. And who managed to bring home an entire passenger train with his broken crank pins? That was you. How could you possibly think that you're not a hero?
Those things happened a long time ago, though. I haven't done anything heroic over the past few years.
Well, nobody really does anything heroic, though.
Edward, I thought you knew that Belle was just doing her job. I always ended up in a situation because of loads of random things. And the Steam Trio are always heroes because of your story about them.
Besides, I saw Stephen acting like a hero earlier. He's only doing it so he'll get better known around Sodor. He's only been here for a few months, after all.
Yeah, but see, Edward, you've been here since the railway opened, and that was about, say, 50 years ago. Everyone knows about you now, and they all think that you're a hero.
This cheered Edward up very much.
Thank you, Thomas. I'm just acting silly. I guess that just seeing other engines acting like heroes made me forget about what I have done for the railway.
Edward, why don't you go find something heroic to do? That'll help you feel like a hero again.
That's a good idea, Thomas.
Soon, the Fat Controller arrived at the sheds with another job for Edward.
Edward, I need you to collect some important passengers in the docks this afternoon. I was going to ask you to do when you arrived at the docks with your trucks, but Stephen said he would take them for you. These people are here to help out with the rebuilding of the fishing village line, so I want you to give them a good ride and show them how solar engines do their work.
Right away, sir. Bye, you two.
And Edward left to get his coaches. In Efford Yard, Edward met Oliver. The troublesome trucks were singing rudely at him.
Oliver, though you sit all, thinks you very clever, says that he can manage us, that's the best you can. When the yacht is up so bad, when the grace is falling, we just push him down the well. Pop goes to Dolly.
Be quiet.
Hello, Edward. Can you help me pull these trucks?
Of course I will.
Just then, James arrived with the special coaches for Edward.
Come on, Edward. You'll be late. I've already said that I'll help Oliver. You can't be late. I'll help Oliver. Thank you, James.
Soon, Edward coupled up to the special coaches and he set off to the docks, leaving James and Oliver with the loud and rude trucks.
All of us no use at all. Thinks he's very clever. Says that he can manage us. That's the best joke ever.
On his way to the docks, Edward met Splatter and Dodge, the two silly weasels.
Hello, you two?
Well.
Well, what?
It's the Zero wanting to be a hero.
What do you mean?
Everyone heard about it, Edward.
Yeah, but the truth is...
You're not a hero anymore.
You're wrong.
And Edward laughed, with Splatter and Dodge laughing behind him. At the docks, Edward told Salty and Hero everything Splatter and Dodge said.
Oh, don't listen to those two. They'll say anything to make you mad.
I will know you are a hero, Edward.
Thanks.
Just then, they saw Gordon pass, pulling a goods train.
A goods train, a goods train, a goods train.
I see Sir Talon has put Golden on goods train duty again.
He better be careful, Miyati. He doesn't want to get too big for his buffers.
Soon, Edward picked up his passengers and went through the countryside. At Edward's station, the special passengers went for some tea in the station's weight room. Edward decided to have a drink of water. After he had finished, he heard something behind him. It was a guard's warning whistle.
Hooray, hooray, hooray. We've broken away, we've broken away, we've broken away.
Edward watched as Gordon's trucks roared by.
I've got to stop them.
Edward set off after the trucks as fast as he could. The trucks were going faster and faster toward Edward's station. Edward was panting up behind with every ounce of steam he had. At last he caught up to the trucks. His plan was to couple up to the back of the trucks and apply his brakes to stop the train.
Oh, glory, look at that.
A lamb was standing on the line of the station ahead. Any minute there could be a crash.
It's up to me now.
As fast as he could, Edward coupled up to the trucks and applied his brake. But the trucks didn't slow down.
Come on!
Then he shut his eyes. The passengers ran out of the station's weight room, but Alan was in a state of shock and couldn't move. But luckily, the truck started to slow down and stopped just in time. Edward opened his eyes. To his eyes, he could see that the trucks were inches away from a land's buffers.
That was close. Sir Topham Hatt wants you to go to Tidmouth Sheds for a rest. What about my passengers? Sir Topham Hatt has sent Doc to pick them up.
So, Edward left the yard and got to Tidmouth Sheds. Thomas, Percy, Splatter, and Dodge were there, talking about what Edward did.
You were very brave, Edward.
Well done, Edward.
Just then, Stephen, Alan, and the Fat Controller arrived.
Edward, we are very pleased with your heroic actions today.
You saved my friend, Edward.
I bet you feel like a hero now.
Edward smiled a big smile.
Tomorrow, Edward, you will go to the steamworks and Victor will take a look at your brakes. Splatter and Dodge will do your work until you get back.
Yes, sir.
Well, time for me to go back to work. But Edward, I would just like to say that even if you did stop those trucks, you would still be my hero.
Oh, thank you.
And for some reason, when Emily left, Edward's cheeks went red as James's paint.
He's the cheeky one. James! His fame but lots of fun. Percy! Pulls a mail on time. Gordon! Thunders down the line. Emily! Really knows her stuff. Henry! Toots and huffs and puffs. Edward! Wants to help and share. Toby! Well, let's say he's square.
That's right, boss.
Yeah, Edward is now a hero again.
That's the news you had to give me? Get out of my sight, Splodge!
It's Splatter.
And Dodge.
I ain't got time to say both names, just go! See what I gotta work with.
Yes, I think it's time I called for my own henchman. Ha 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 ha.